When you love, gotta make sure that you love them right. Yeah, when you find her, when you love. I got a girl that compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine. My one time for the one time. I got a girl that compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride.
What's going on? All right, I want to talk to you today about weed. I want to talk to you today about booze. I'm going to talk to you about coping strategies, goals, action plans. Got a whole bunch of stuff I want to talk to you about in a very short period of time, but here's what I want to chat with you about. Today, there's a lot of stress. Obviously, we're facing stress, anxiety, depression. We know the challenges. That's why Create Your 8 exists. We're trying to create our 8 every single day. Here's the challenge. People are using weed and they're using booze as coping mechanisms to help them deal with the stresses of life, to help them deal with anxieties. And I have no problem with you coming home after a long day, having a quick little puff, having a drink once in a while, right? Partake. I do have a problem with you using that as a coping strategy to helping you deal with your stress. There's far too many young people today, young and old, doesn't matter, but way too many young people today who are using booze and weed especially as a coping strategy to help them deal with the stress. That's not gonna work. I know so many people in my life who are, it's a sad state of affairs, it really is, because they've been using booze, they've been using weed as their strategy to deal with stress, and they're smoking their life away, they're drinking their life away, and it's just not a good place to be. It's just not. Because it's not how you deal with your problems. By using booze, by using weed as your coping mechanism, it's only covering up your problems for a short period of time. But eventually, that wears off, and what do you have? You still have your problems. So what do? Well, if you look at the Create Your 8 method, we put in place goals. One of the very first things we do, we put in place goals. Goals that will help you deal with problems and goals that will give you hope for the future. From there, you have an action plan with very specific to-dos that you do every single day to help you deal with the problems that you have in your life. The reason you're stressed out is because of the problems you have in your life that are causing stress. So take those problems out. Just like Tony Robbins always says, you know, you look at your yard and you see weeds everywhere, right? You can't just close your eyes and say, there are no weeds, there are no weeds, there are no weeds. Why? Because you open your eyes and there's still weeds there. So go out there and pull the damn weeds out. That's the only way to deal with it. So, my takeaway for you today, looking at your coping strategies, looking at your mechanisms for how you deal with stress, I want to make sure that you are doing the smart things.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Check it out. I love this. Look at it. But look, it's such a good looking dog. I love it. No worries. See, love, that's the part about making videos that I absolutely love, right? Especially when dogs involved. Get out of here. Okay, but here's the takeaway for you really quickly. The stresses you have in your life, I don't want you to be using booze, I don't want you to be using weed as your coping strategy. Don't want you to do that. Instead, I want you to look at action plan. I want you to look at a goal. I want you to start looking at the problems very real in your life and saying, what do I need to do to solve them? What do I need to do to pull these weeds out? And stop using weed and booze as your coping strategy, because it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work long term, and I know a lot of you think it will, and eventually you'll find out that it won't. So that's your takeaway for today, and every single day we create our 8, and we don't create our 8 every day by covering it up with incorrect coping strategies. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I want you to disagree with me. I want to have good debate. I want to have good discussion. So let me know what you think, and we'll have the discussion over email, in person, on the phone, whatever, in the comments section even. Yeah, I'll brave the comments section. Let me know what you think. Can't wait to hear from you guys. Have a good one.
I got a girl that compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine.